How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch, and I've got a gameplay video for you today, and I'm just going to commentate on it unscripted because I like to chew the fat with you guys and just talk with you without having to sort of write a script and all of that kind of stuff. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, just let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more sort of stuff like this. I wanted to show you this particular shooter, which is called Shoot One Up DX, and the developer of this has developed a couple of other cool games. Can't remember the names of them right now. If I can get the email up, it was Serious Sam, DDXXL, and Pig Eat Ball. So you might have heard of those. They're pretty cool games, but this one is what he called a wild shmup. So that's what came through on the email. Said, would you be interested in having a look? And of course, Jordan and I got into a bit of a fight to see who would be playing this one, because we're both massive shoot 'em up fans. And he just reviewed one recently, a really cool mech game that he did a review of. So if you haven't seen that yet, what I'll do is I'll put a link in the sort of description for you, and I'll also link it up in the top right hand corner of the screen, and you can check that out. That's called Hardcore Mecha, which is an absolutely fantastic game, I have to say, and I was well jealous when he got to sort of play and review that one. So on this video, I'm not going to actually review this game. I don't think there's a requirement to sort of review it, but what I'm going to do is give you my impressions and the reasons why I think you should consider buying this one if you are a shmup fan. There's quite a few good reasons to buy it. Let me tell you why. The coolest thing that I like about this particular game is the mechanic, right, and the scoring system. This was my third run that I recorded, and then the battery on the camera ran out, and I was really disappointed with this run. It only got me to sort of third in the leaderboard, and for those of you that have known me for a while, you know that I'm a competitive beast, and I'm not happy unless I'm getting a pretty good score on that leaderboard. And that's one of the first things that's super addictive about this game, put it that way, is the fact that you can leave your score on the leaderboard. The second thing that's really quite addictive is just learning how the scoring system works, because it's all about sort of having multiple ships here. You're probably looking at the screen and you're thinking, what the hell is going on here? Why is there so many ships on the screen? So it's not like your typical shooter where you've got one ship and you need to look after that ship and avoid all the bullets. Here you can sort of lose ships and replenish them with getting one-ups that sort of drop from your enemies quite a lot. And you can control, just wait for it, up to 30 of these little ships all at once. Right? So it's absolutely mental. I tend to only get about 7 or 8 ships. That seems to be my go-to average that I can get, because any more than that, it's just really difficult to keep them all alive. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're having a good time with those ships, trying to keep them alive as long as possible. You've got 8 levels to do that in, and you know, you can get a massive score and you don't even have to complete the game to do that. But once all of your ships perish, it's all over. So let me just sort of walk you through this for a moment, and I'll tell you how the scoring system works, and then I'd love to sort of hear your comments. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. So it's, of course, all of these games have that risk versus reward. I hate using that term because it is so overused, but it is what it is. So if you bring your ships together, and you can do this by pressing the shoulder buttons. So if you press the left shoulder button, if I remember rightly, it brings them together. So you can have that sort of one ship, if you will, because they just all congregate really closely together. The problem with that is that you don't get this massive plasma beam, because when you split them up, and the more you split them up, the further the ships are away from each other, the bigger your multiplier will be. And of course, the greater the power of that plasma weapon will be as well. And the more ships you have, the bigger that plasma is you know, that bigger that plasma ray is going to be as well, more powerful. So, you know, it's all about balance here, and that's what I really enjoy about it, because you're constantly taking that risk to split your ships up so that you can destroy everything on screen and get those beautiful medals that these enemies are going to drop, and that's where you pick up your points, and you get bigger medals, as I say, bigger multipliers if your ships are split. And you can see on the top left hand corner of the screen, the more you split your ships, it will show with these little, I don't know what they are, little symbols or whatever, and that will show that you're getting the biggest points possible the more you have them split up. Then if you bring them together, obviously that's good for sort of dodging bullets and stuff like that, but you're not going to get those big points. And there's a third thing that comes into play, and that's not shooting. And you're thinking, well, why wouldn't I shoot? The reason for that is because if you don't shoot, a ship's shields will power up, and when stuff's on screen, when you let go, it will stop all the bullets that are on screen at that particular time, and it will give you an extra 10 times to your multiplier. So using that can really bolster your score. And you'll see sort of in the first couple of levels, it's not my best run. I've lost too many ships on this particular part. When I'm on boss 2 here, this ship that's swinging its anchor, I'm down to about 3 or 4 ships, so I was really sort of struggling by that point. But the game does give you the opportunity to recover those ships with, you know, 1-ups that drop and stuff like that all the time, so that's really cool. And you know, if you sort of collect those 1-ups and keep your ships all together, as I say, it's possible to have 30 ships on screen all at the same time. And that brings me on to co-op play. So if you play with a second player, if you play with a friend, you can actually have 60 ships on screen, which sounds absolutely mental. Another thing that I really love is that on each level, you can sort of choose to carry on your trajectory by going up, or you can go right, and then all sorts of things go crazy when these arrows come on screen. So if you take the right hand turn, it's like you got a face that looks really angry, it's red, and you're thinking, okay, let's check this out, and all sorts of orientation changes happen on screen, and I really like that just keeps things nice and interesting. And as I say, it's just one of those games that I can't put down at the moment. For $6, it's $5.99 on the eShop, on the US eShop right now. It's an absolute no-brainer. I mean, if you like shooters, you just got to get it. If you had to push me on a score on this, it'd probably be, at least an 8 out of 10. I've managed to get to sort of, on my 4th run, I got to level 6. I haven't quite completed it yet, and I hate giving reviews for stuff that I don't complete, but at the moment I'm just loving it. The only thing that lets it down, and I hate mentioning this, guys, but it's got to be mentioned, is performance issues. Seems like the last 3 reviews that we've done, Cloudpunk, the mech game that Jordan reviewed, and now this, each one of those games, and look, they are from indie developers, so you have to bear that in mind sometimes, that these studios, they don't have as much sort of money to make these games perfect. But at the same time, a lot of games seem to be releasing on the Nintendo Switch that are either, unfinished, or they've just got a lot of performance problems. Now, this one isn't so bad, but when there's sort of, when you're sort of getting your 15 ships and you've got loads of enemies and bullets on screen and you're collecting all the medals that are dropping, I have noticed that there is slowdown, especially in handheld mode. And of course, look, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it might be for you if you're one of those people that loves their shooters to run smooth all the way through. This one's not going to do that. So unless there's going to be a patch that's going to be released by the developer to sort that out, then you're going to have to put up with some slowdown at times. But as you can see from this gameplay video, I mean, I'm sort of, 9 minutes in, and this video is about 15 minutes long. It hasn't suffered too much slowdown. So, look, at the end of the day, just wanted to let you know. Now, if you do enjoy videos like this, gameplay videos, we don't do loads of them, but I do notice that people tend to like it when we show stuff in handheld. So if that's you and you do enjoy that, then let us know, because we need to know, Jordan, James and I, what you like. If you like these handheld gameplay videos with a little bit of commentary, then just let us know and we'll do a few more of them. That's not an issue. In fact, these are probably a little bit easier to record for us than sort of doing the fully fledged handheld gameplay and also gameplay from the TV. It's nice just to do these handhelds from time to time. They're sort of different to the normal content that we post, and I particularly enjoy making these types of videos. So if you enjoy watching them, we'll make more of them, but we need to know. Lastly, if you are new here, then please hit that subscribe button if you like videos like this. We mostly concentrate on reviews, and also we have some great features at the weekend. On Sunday, James releases a bargain video that lets you know all of the quality games that you can buy at a discounted price and the ones that we recommend. And then on Monday, Jordan releases a physicals video. So what is that, a physicals video? That basically means he tells you about all the physical games that are going live that week, that are being released on the Nintendo Switch. And we have a lot of collectors that speak to us on sort of Discord and our social media that love to know when those games are coming out so that they can put in their order to add to their collections. Want to thank you so much for your support on that, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you order games from PlayAsia using our affiliate links, which helps the channel out greatly. And that brings me on to a massive thank you. We've hit 60,000 subscribers, and I have to say that when James and I started this channel and when Jordan joined us when we had about 2,000 subscribers, we never thought that the channel, you know, for us, you know, it's exceeded expectations to get to 60,000 subscribers. It's your support that really keeps us motivated to keep going in those harder times when, you know, you're sort of struggling for time. And we really do appreciate that. Can't thank you enough for everybody that watches our videos, leaves comments and likes. We really do appreciate that. A massive thanks from all of us at SwitchWatch. I'm going to leave the video here, ladies and gentlemen. It'll run for another couple of minutes. You can see how I perished, if you wish, and where I ended up on the leaderboard. But otherwise, we look forward to our next videos coming very soon. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.